Usually this head you want to make a little tighter for a little more punch and resonance.
MIA
All right,
for a long time.
let's hear if it still sounds okay. I like this head really loose because that actually gives you snap and lowers the pitch of that. For most modern music, the kick drum should be like pretty low in pitch, and a lot of people don't realize how high they have their kick drum tuned, and it just sounds kind of lo-fi. All right, let's try that. Yeah, that's good. It's thumpy. All right, so since we're not gonna be able to get the mic inside the drum, have you ever flipped the beater around to the plastic side? So if you loosen up the beater down there, and just flip from the. This just kind of ups our chances of getting some attack on that kick drum.
Right on.
Having that one. And actually,
like piss.
Yeah.
on a hot tin roof.
But are you married to that drum?
Not in a million years.
Okay, because
I mean, we could.
Mine are not.
We could make this sound good, but it would take a lot of tinkering, and we'd probably have to reset the snare.
Well, I think we could make it sound a lot better pretty quick, actually.
This side's real tight right now.
Is it? Okay, that is pretty tight. Put it back down. Maybe your snares are actually a little tight and they're choking the drum off.
I think they are, but there's a lot of buzz.
This is a new head, you said?
I was just...
Yeah. This is a heavy duty head. Just let's just start tuning up. It's probably just way too low for and have you done that kind of thing? No. That's good to do on your head. We'll hit it once. Okay. Can still just keep on cranking it down. It's a 2-ply head. It can take a lot. I say that. Can I borrow your stick real quick? Actually, I think I do have a muffling.
Remember that decay I was giving you?
That's in the ballpark of a good sounding drum. Alright, so the high tom. Let's hear that one. Alright, that's just a little low for a high tom in general. But I'm also curious. Are these kind of new heads? But they're
just put it on. This is just from playing this afternoon.
Might have been a little too loose or something.
Yeah, I think it really was.
All right, that's actually okay on the bottom. Maybe a little high. I'm just gonna just for a second. It's a little out of whack, so I just want to take it down and then take it up again from there. So I think the bottom head is a little high, but this might just sound fine with a ring on it. That sounds okay, but yeah, I think it's a little high, and I think it's coming from the bottom head. It's good to have the bottom head higher than the top head for sure. I think anyway. It gives everything resonance. It makes the drum sing. Just from experience, I thought it was probably a little high. And I think we'll just throw. I'll grab a new one if you.
If you want.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just in case it falls off. Let's get another one on the bottom. That seemed to help. kind of resting my finger on the bottom to kind of simulate what another mute would do. Let's I'm just trying to tune it to a pitch that has less overtones. It was going boom boom, and that's probably about as good as it's gonna get. All right, so yeah, I hit the floor tom. All right. All right, so again, it's good there. Good, the bottom's higher than the top. Maybe a little high for kind of your low drum. It's fine. It's bassy. Let's get back.
Which transition? Yeah, maybe that, or I think I was going octopi, like.
It's actually sounding better a second ago when I had it.
Oh no.
That sounds pretty good. I start to match the tone.
There, yeah.
That was, I felt like I was.
It's crazy. These always seem like they're gonna be too big, but then they're okay. Sounds pretty thunderous. It sounds really good. I just want to make it resonate a little less to match the other one, so I'm just gonna put a mute on the bottom real quick. Alright, that's good. And the snare still sounding good? Yeah. Yeah, why don't you play those a little bit? Break them in. That's a lot better. Yeah, do you play any songs where you ride on the floor tom? I think it's just gonna keep on going out of tune is all, and we'll try to break it in. Those welts are going away a little bit more as it kind of gets to the right pitch. Yeah, that sounds sick.
That sounds good.
I'm gonna throw all the mics on the kit.
Right on.
And go from there, wire them up.
Ooh.
I mean, it doesn't sound like you guys want to be like a metalcore band or something, so...
No, that's why we came here.
Yeah.
We're having trouble doing it on our own.
Yeah. So I could use more mics, but gonna try to... I don't think I'm gonna mic the hi-hat. Hey!
It's funny, I saw there's like this little toy robot dog.
Yeah.
And I literally thought you.
Do you think that's in your way right there, or?
I think that's good. Actually, yeah. I think that'll be.
They're made as vocal mics that were kind of positioned more like that. So they have this horrible thing if you can easily release the clip here, and this very heavy mic falls off.
God.
Yeah. For some reason, they're just magic on toms, and people have always used them on toms through the years. They probably sell them the same as an SM57. Everything sounds the same as an SM57. But for some reason, people love these on toms.
I can bring this up a little bit.
No, definitely don't change. Don't move your.
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah. I can always move a mic to get out.
Yeah,
of
I think
way.
that'll be fine right there.
Okay.
Yeah. We had the boot.
The
Remember-
boot!
remember the boot?
I forgot about the boot!
Yes.
the boot mic stand.
Oh, yeah, wow.
When I do those live from Robot Dog sessions, I actually only use 3 mics on the drums. There's so much cymbals in the vocal mics though, so that's part of the drum sound. But I actually just use the 57 up here on the snare.
Yeah.
And I compress it so much that I was surprised at how much of the high tom you get in it. You get plenty. And
during the live sessions.
yeah, so I just use 3 mics on the kit basically for those, which I never thought could work, but it works great.
That's awesome.
You don't really need more than that.
Yeah, with the right mics, I imagine that you can
Well, that's the other
pick
thing.
up slightly different
I mean, it's
tonal properties.
just an SM57 and a very typical kick mic and a cheap condenser over there. They're not anything fancy, and that's why lately I'm just thinking I want to kind of explain that technique to people, do like a workshop or something.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, just say these recordings that I've been getting that I think sound pretty legit. You could totally get them at home with your 8-channel interface or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to use less mics. I'm not going to mic the ride and the hi-hat separately. For one thing, the hi-hat's the loudest thing in the room, so that's going to get in every mic anyway.
Right on.
But yeah, like I said, just be a little more rock and roll if we're not over-micing everything.
I am totally okay with that.
I missed the memo about there being a uniform. Sorry.
Yeah,
You
jeez.
should get Phoebe's hair
Business
too. It's
casual.
amazing.
So,
I think it's been a different color every time I've been here lately.
so
Okay, so I was measuring the distance out there. It doesn't have to be any specific distance, but I just found that 47 inches works good
Okay.
in this room. The main thing is that these stereo mics are the same distance from the snare, meaning the sound will hit the mic from the snare at the same time,
Okay.
meaning the waveforms will be lined up.
Mm-hmm.
If one was going up and the other was going down, it would cancel out some of the sound, and the sound in the snare drum would be hollow.
Okay.
So anytime there's a stereo mic or 2 mics on one source, of course there's a drum set, so there's like 12 mics on it, so they're all going to be fighting each other like
Right.
that. So that's just
Right.
something you have to be aware of. That's one reason home recordings often sound so thin and boxy and cardboardy, is just because the physics of all the sound is
Right.
it's not building up. All the mics are fighting each other. It's probably not a bad idea to start out with less mics when you are starting out. These are our room mics. This is the closest we get to the Albini sound, where he records in that really
Right.
round silo looking room.
Cavernous.
Yeah, and I don't think he does this at all. He just has an amazing room to capture that. But this was a huge breakthrough. These are ribbon mics, so they're kind of dull on the top end, meaning they don't pick up a lot of cymbals, so they get a lot of the crack of the snare and the boominess of the room. But the real thing is they're figure eights. They pick up in front of and behind, not to the side. So we aim the side at the drum set, so it rejects the drum set and picks up the sound of the drum set bouncing off the room. So they're not very far from the drum set, but they sound very distant.
Okay.
And it's just a breakthrough to kind of figure out that technique. I learned about it from a studio in Philly called Minor Street Studios. They do education through this program called Weather Vane. In this case, I'm focusing them a little bit more on the kick drum, because these mics will tend to pick up a lot more low end, or honestly, I'm trying kind of in between the kick and snare. It's not an exact science, but again, aiming the side of the mic at the drums.
think about this. So we could do recording sessions and offer people free blunts, but mark up the cost of a blunt in the recording session. So you see, you're selling. You know.
You guys actually get free beer. So if you do want to crack a beer, we can get those.
Well,
See, here at Robot Dog, we want to make everybody feel as important as possible.
Man, Robot Dog Hospitality.
Robot Dog, do you get free
Dude,
food?
robot!
Do you guys want
Ready?
want some
Buddy.
beer?
Hell yeah.
Not gonna do that.
Yeah?
The whole gaggle.
Creature of magic. Is that
I'm
the name
gonna
of
say
it?
that's you, Kevin.
The creature of magic?
Yep.
Dude, that is totally me.
Was it Super Mario 3 that
Thanks.
they were playing in the Wiz or whatever?
Oh.
The Ultimate Wizard with Fred Savage.
Yeah.
You're right. We probably need more microphones.
That's usually how I roll.
That's probably.
Need an extra mic.
We were just missing one.
Try it again with that mic on there instead.
I think he's an engineer. And then some.
Aw, thanks, guys. Yeah, no, it doesn't necessarily take quite this long. Definitely done it a little faster, but this kind of stuff comes up, you know?
Yeah.
And it's under tension, so we should probably loosen the head. and you're like, did they do that song Mud Shovel?
Yeah.
No, that was like.
Stained.
Yeah. Very different.
Tools
Yeah.
are slightly more respected than it's been a while.
I'd say probably greatly more respect.
With their 5/7 and
Yeah.
12/8.
That'll do it.
I listened to Tool once and now I know everything.
I do like that meme.
Is that a meme? That's a
Yeah, it's a
thing.
meme.
You think Tool's wild? Shit, man.
Insert something that Dad loves here.
BJ.
Well done, sir.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, look at
Old
that.
cushion.
Kick drum
Like
2.0.
that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll say so. I mean, that's just like the advent of all sort of like retail, you know, like, or modern retail is like everything's done online.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I definitely do.
I got done setting and stuff.
Ooh.
What's that?
Said hopefully no one goes into labor before I
Oh, God.
do things.
You want us to go for it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.